here. This is crazy.
Rip, how much were they hiding from us? Because we did extensive preparation on these picks and bans, making an A class, B class, C class for the champions we'd pick. Nowhere in there was
too at LOL Esports. Use the hashtag SSB win or SSW win. We'll be checking that as we go throughout the game. This one is going to
turned it up a notch. From every game we've seen in the group stage to now, they seem to be playing faster, they seem to be playing crazier, more unpredictable is actually the most resounding thing I'm seeing here. They're making a lot of moves that they just haven't made throughout this entire World Championship in the first game against each other.
And I like this move by Samsung Booth.
Chain of corruption in this fight. They do have an edge leading into this. Let's see if they pull off a gank before the Dragon.
Oh, here come both. Teleport down. It's going to be right on top of each other. Dottie gets what he wants. He is going to be out of the fight, and he also has the intervention on. Pawn almost goes down here, but he gets the brush control. Denies the vision. Oh no, Looper gets going, and that's going to be one for Dandy as well, and White starts things off 2-0.
That's exactly the fight that White wore then, which gave them the advantage in the fight because they knew the numbers advantage, and they turned it into a huge edge.
And you have to respect the Jace pick here early on. There was so much damage coming from him compared to what Dade could do on this Yasuo pick here. Back in the game anyway.
True.
So we have to see if they can control themselves because the late game shotgun has been popping. Here's the assassination onto Def.
Oh, Def could get hit. That is going to be the Zillion ulti, but he can take out Hart as well. This is going to be some big damage. Hart just gives that one up, thinking Def would come up sooner maybe?
No, what was he doing?
On everyone, almost every single game.
100%.
Put the boot down one more time on this one. Alerted that Dandy is there. Red buff on him as well. So whoever gets tagged is probably going to be tagged for death. Dandy trying to get out a great heal coming from Mata to save Dandy. Another jump from Looper as he gets a kill. Can Dade and the rest of the team answer? Is there any rebuttal to these kills? Whoa. Not in range for the Yasuo. It flashes out. Somehow he lives. And they're going to take down Spirit as well. Dade throws himself in the pan, and it's way too hot to get out alive.
In between the turrets.
Really lead the team quite well. Right now, Pawn being quite a bit of that. As you said, 50% health. The alert onto Def, but they're going for Dade a little bit here. Dandy at least striking fear into his opponent. Spirit way too close onto this one. One last shot, but it looks like he's going to outlive this one even with the Venom on him. And it is only Imp down. Now Dade falls. It looks like they back off for now, but a lot of continue.
A shock blast to the face, and they have very little way of recovering.
Could be, oh, Imp getting out of that one beautifully. There's the teleport coming in. He goes right back onto, that's going to be Acorn, but it was one other right before he got to it. Acorn all by himself. They still go in for the fight. One down, now two down. That's going to be Dade up off the Chrono ship. But Looper wants to fight for himself. He actually draws out an exhaust. They're giving themselves so many follow-up opportunities.
They know he's not going to, no, he's back in base.
Whatever they want. It's made even easier by the fact that Least in Steal isn't even a possibility. This is the game for White that just goes completely according to plan. None of the weaknesses are exposed here for Samsung White. They're a team that generally does this to pretty much everyone. They pull ahead by a huge amount of...
So many ways of engaging the fight. You have the Rengar, even the Twitch going in. Oh, be careful.
There it is, a very nice Yasuo ult coming in. Dade's going to fall very fast. Def putting out a bit of damage to take down Imp, but there's so much follow-up now that there's not much they can do. 3 for 1.
White just does so much damage, it is impossible to stop this. This will be an ace.
One onto Hart. Hart goes down. They even throw it on the Randuins for the show. It's going to be a dead Zillion when he comes up. That's an ace, and they didn't even need Imp for it.
And it's cool, their strategy.
Well, if you want to pick the same comp, you cannot take that early game fight they took. That's why they closed Now they're just getting killed left and right, but the fight they took in the bottom...
I'm going to save that for myself. It doesn't matter in the end. There's just way too much damage, almost nuclear, coming out of Samsung White right now. A lot of movement in the early game, as you guys are saying.
Won another fight, and suddenly they were 5k gold ahead, and Samsung Blue was just way too far behind. They need to wait such a long time here, and we have a fight again.
One hit. There's the disengage.
Here's the flank. Watch it calling from the back.
Dade's trying to find what he can. Def gets hit up. There's no peel for him. Chain of corruption did go out, but as soon as Looper is let out of that prison, he is just knocking down the walls and finding more kills. A double for him. Another ace for Samsung White.
It's almost a 20,000 goal. At 5 for 0.
21-3 right now, gentlemen. 26 minutes in.
Situation. Every fight they thought was positive has turned negative.
Oh my gosh!
That's scary.
Oh, I felt that one over here. Spirit tries to get out of this one. Somehow he started this fight with almost 10% HP. Looper is hit up, but he's got that Zanya's finish. Dade gets poisoned to death with an extra hit coming in from Pawn. And these guys are just putting on a clinic with this composition right now. May or may not happen in game 2, but they will definitely have momentum here as they hit the Nexus turrets. 28.5 minutes into this game. Baron's up in 30 seconds if they even want to retreat back to get it, but I think they're going to put the nail in the coffin here.
It has been an absolutely exquisite performance here by Samsung White. Nobody actually expected a 26,000 gold lead at 28 minutes in game 1 of the semifinals, but here we are.
And that's 28:50 on the clock, 24-3. Samsung White takes game 1 of this best of 5.
Yeah, and Jed, earlier today you were talking about how Samsung White against AHQ had this 19,000 goal lead in 20 minutes. We were pretty close in this game, and this is against Samsung Blue. It really shows how good Samsung White are and just snowballing the lead they do have.
It's about how good they can be as well. Even if we look at the OGN season, their amount of kills over deaths in games they won was greater than every other team in the league. It's because before 35 minutes, this team is an absolute force. It's why everyone considered them and continues to consider them the best team in the world. They just haven't been able to get that OGN championship this year. They really need to be able to win that world championship to make it all worth it. If they can actually make it without ever getting tested, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, that is scary. And for Samsung Blue in this game, because of the 2 fights in the early game where they were weaker, again, Twitch, when he gets his blade as well, is doing so much damage, they just fell too far behind. But we've seen that before, but they still came back. But this time, Samsung White, they didn't let go. They took the right team fights as well, going in like just the 20-minute mark, and never gave Samsung Blue a chance to come back.
Talking with the coaches now, actually saw Spirit as the first one up out of the seats, as we usually have, and he does just that for the team. Kind of being that Spirit, what they need to keep going, and they are going to need some momentum coming into the second game.
And they actually seem like they're in pretty good spirits, considering the absolute stomp that game was. But they know that it's a 5-game series.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right? They tried something different here. They also were probably fairly surprised by the Akali pick. Danny broke out Rengar for the first time in a long time.
Wow.
There are a lot of adjustments to make.